Hey everybody, how's it going? Welcome back to the Knuckle Chaotix playthrough. Let's play. Anyway, in this part, and I think the next one, we're gonna use Charmy. Just because I mostly want to attempt to show off, well, this combination. We're not gonna use it for the entire game because that'd be cheap and pointless. I believe I mentioned this in the previous part, maybe. Charmy, so Charmy and Heavy together are a busted combination, because Heavy's indestructible, and Charmy can literally fly anywhere and everywhere. So, if used correctly, not by me, Heavy and Charmy together can make a wrecking ball. And also by the time, I think by the time of recording this part, I had learned that, so while you cannot, yeah, I mentioned this too, damn. Anyway, it's been a while since I ever commentated over part 1 and 2. You can play, so player one, the only way that you, the player, can play as Heavy or Bomb is if you get one of those character switch monitor boxes, or you throw Heavy or Bomb into the special stage rings or bonus stage rings. There's really no point to play as Bomb as player 1 though, so, because, yeah, they don't really have any defenses beyond their gimmicks, where Heavy's indestructible and Bomb, well, when he gets hit, he explodes. But still, I like them. I wouldn't be against the idea of Heavy and Bomb returning, because this game implies that they rebelled against Eggman, and if true, then they would be technically the first badniks to do so. But it also but then there's also like, no, they're just there, they're undercover. I like to think they did rebel, because if that was the case, why would they help? Why would they help you in various situations where they could totally turn their backs on you? For example, you can use Heavy or Bomb as your partner in the final boss fight. Why would they? And why would they, if they were just there to spy on you, why would they waste their time trying to help you get those the Chaos Rings? I was trying to get Heavy into the special ring. It's also funny, Bomb and Heavy do not have any idle animation, so while one of your characters would normally go into the special ring and then the other would just do their idle animation, they just stand there like, oh, okay. Now, I know I mentioned before, because I'm pretty sure I did, these special stages, I wouldn't say they're hard, I wouldn't say they're easy either, I'd just say they are there. You'll either get all of the Chaos Rings in your first run of the game, which you should be able to. There is enough zones and acts to get them all, unless you're horribly unlucky. Which during recording of this, it's a good thing I had to unfortunately do some save scumming, because yeah, there were times where I was horribly unlucky, where it's like, oh yeah, no, but in Sonic games, grabbing the Chaos Emeralds or the Chaos MacGuffins of any of the games when there's a special stage, I've never really been good at most of them. There are ones where it's like, okay, no, that's definitely my game. Like Sonic Rush Adventure and Sonic Heroes when I was a lot younger. were prime examples of me getting the emeralds by myself without additional help. And yes, really, all the Chaos MacGuffins, depending on what it is depending on what you have to do, it's all memorization, so, which in that part makes the special stages themselves fun, because you gotta know the layout and remember where things are. Sonic 2 is a good example of that. I also like that Charmy does not have a normal jump animation. All the others go into a ball when they jump. He just kind of looks like he's flailing about because he got tossed. Sega, actually, now I'm thinking about it, in certain games, what's with Sega, or Sonic game in this case, making the characters that are technically supposed to be kids, though, like I mentioned in the previous part, Charmy's not a kid in this game. What's with them in making the youngest characters very broken? So in this game, Charmy can fly in any direction that he wants. Then you have Charmy. Then you have Cream. Well, she has cheese. Hey, pass me. Why didn't you grab that blue sphere back there? Ow. So, there I just wanted to show the failure that you can fail. I didn't want to save scum all the time. Heavy's like, I'm a-coming! Because Charmy's small and Heavy's well heavy, Charmy can't throw Heavy that far. Also, I like that we have two characters that don't spin dash, and it makes that sound anyway when we're on that thing. So, because Heavy is indestructible, it's unfortunate to note that you can't just pick him up and then just run with him and kind of use him as a shield. It doesn't work like that. You'll still get hit. Oh god, the playback footage of this barrier around Charmy just looks terrible. Like, it looks like a piece of cardboard it looks like a big piece of plastic spinning around in front of him, not around him. Also, I figured to show this off too. You lose rings the longer you stay. You can get prizes, like coins. There's actually a prize in here that you can get that will, I believe it sends you, like, right at the... It guarantees... There's a prize you can get that guarantees going to a specific stage when you're in the hub. The hub world, I mean, if that wasn't obvious. Questions why how a bee can carry a chameleon and a crocodile. Apparently Charmy's also very strong enough to carry this guy. So I went and read the descriptions of Heavy and Bomb. Their gloves are oven mitts, apparently. I don't know what to make of that, but I was like, alright. There we go. So now we get to see Heavy in a special stage. Like I said, once I've learned that you could bring them into the special stages, I wanted to show them off. I don't know for sure if someone who's watched multiple Let's Plays of Knuckles Chaotix, please let me know. Has anyone ever done the special stages with Heavy and Bomb? I wanted to be, because for me, the reason why I wanted to show off Heavy and Bomb in these is just wanted to be different. Quote-unquote joke characters, or gimmick characters, or hindrance characters. Ow. Cool. Even Heavy here has a better jump and animation than Charmy. Whoa, that was close. It looks like a normal jump rather than flailing around as if you got thrown. There was technically two consoles that I don't think had a big library of games, where like technically a spin-off title was the best game for that console. Because what I had heard is that Knuckles Chaotix is the best game for on the 32X. But then you go to Nintendo's failed console at the time, the Virtual Boy. Apparently, Wario Land on the Virtual Boy was the best game on that console. I'm looking forward to playing that. I don't know how I'm gonna film that, but I do like the Wario Land games. I haven't played them all, but I do like them. And there we go, we got the blasted Chaos Ring. Act I'm gonna do with these two. I think. Don't quote me on that. Like I said, I wanted to show off this combination, but I don't want to use it for the entire game. That would just be boring. I'm gonna use a combination of characters that will end with a combination that I like. I'm gonna try to play the game normally instead of just buzzing around everywhere, huh? Huh? All of the rings. up there past me. Unless you're just trying to use heavy to take out that one badman. I find Charmy's attack to be... It's not great. It's not bad, but it's not great. It's just kind of there because it seems you... I find that when you use it, Charmy will actually either A, hit the enemy, or he won't hit the enemy and get hurt himself. Zone is interesting. You actually have to go and turn the lights on, if you will. Hey, look, we have bomb now. But this power doesn't last long, so... I think when playing this zone, I got myself all turned around. Oh wait, no, never mind. No, we just shrunk. Never mind. Oh, that was close. Come on, pass me. You can do it. Sonic game I want to do for the channel I'm not 100% sure. I might jump ahead a couple of games, take a temporary break from the Game Gear games, and I don't know which version of 3D Blast I'd like to do. I need to go and play that game a bit more. I know it's easy, but we may move on to Shadow the Hedgehog as the next Sonic game. I wanted to give some love to, because up until getting ready to record this, it was like one of the few Sonic games I had never played before. It was like one of 3. The other 2 being Pocket Adventure and Sega Sonic the Hedgehog. Both of which I'd like to Let's Play for this channel at some point. Now heavy is incredibly dangerous. Okay, it's fine to carry him around when he's huge. I know I asked this before, but what's your favorite combination use for those of you who played this game, or for those of you who'd be curious about this game, what would be the combination you would want to use for characters? I think one day I'm gonna have to have a friend join me on this just to try out how co-op would work with this game. That sucked. I was not impressed when I got hit there. We might... Alright, that's fine. Now here's what it looks like when you actually beat a stage and don't join a special stage. But this exact same thing will happen also if you fail a stage, die. Okay. I think it's Act 2. Hey look, it's Knuckles again. Might as well have him around a bit more. This game is named after him, after all. That's funny. They changed Knuckles' sprite for this game. And then if you go and look into the beta of this game, it was called Sonic Crackers. And they didn't change Sonic and Tails' sprites at all when they were originally going to be the playable characters. And then you look at Mighty, who's pretty much just using Sonic's sprite. And it makes me wonder if they had continued in that direction, would they have eventually updated Sonic's sprite? Because they went back, instead of using his Sonic 3 and Knuckles sprite, they went back to use his Sonic 1, 2, and CD sprite. Characters beyond just Sonic and Tails. Go! Woo! The combination of these two may be... Ow. See what I mean? The combination of these two may be very good and pretty cheap, but it's far from invincible. There, I was like, yeah, no, that's the end of the stage. Let's see if we can get more rings. looking around. No, we're stuck. We have to commit. Oh, there it is. Oh, and there you go, Botanic Base. I decided to change it up. And there we go. Tell over the character I like to use the most. No, I think I always liked Mighty a lot, just because he's not... Because up until Sonic Mania Plus, it's never used. And I would like to see him in more games. Alongside Ray. Anyway, now we got the combination of Mighty and Bomb. It's kind of funny. You throw your partner at the bumper to pick a stage, and then your character looks away like, ugh. So now, because we have Bomb, we're technically now playing on hard. Because Bomb is a hindrance. Well, I think his explosion can destroy the enemy. I think. Don't quote me on that. If the enemy maybe is in the blast radius, because his Bomb's gimmick, as you just saw, is he gets hit and then he comes to you and blows up. So Mighty has the Mega Man X jump as his special ability to climb walls. I kind of wish it was in Sonic Mania Plus, but that would probably have made Mighty a bit too broken. Because in that game he's got a ground pound and he gets one free immunity shot when he jumps on spikes. Good job, Bomb. I wanted the rings. Now there is a reason why I selected Bomb besides just, using him for the lulls and giving myself a handicap. Whoa, whoa, whoa! I like Bomb to go into a special stage. Like I said earlier, I don't think any other Let's Players have ever used them in the special stages. There's probably videos on YouTube that show them off, but not like a Let's Play, so I wanted to do that. Oh god, he's an even bigger Bomb. Bomb, you don't have to bomb so hard. Ah, here we are. This is funny. Alright, so immediately booted out of the bonus stage and somehow wound up in the goal. We're still down below, by the way. When this happened, I was like, what the... I'm glad I picked Bomb. Because that was a big what the hell. Could you imagine if Bomb could do the spin dash? Would he be like Tails and Cream in later games where something of them would stick out in their spin dashes and jumps. So would his bomb wick stick out? Speed slider. We need rings! Ow, ow! If anything, if the two robots are meant to, were meant to be a hindrance to us, Bomb is the hindrance. Heavy and Bomb back, and they just tweaked how they work. They could probably be interesting characters to actually play as. Now we can play as Bomb for a little bit as player 1. Bomb can't do any. Bomb and Heavy don't have a means to climb up walls. So, you gotta deal with that. Well, that was close. I could have called him back down to my level, but I didn't want to spend the rings. See, they hindered the spin dash, I find, so that to put more focus on the tether mechanic. And I find the tether mechanic can be very useful, and at the same time very unreliable, because it also can sometimes make you do wacky crap. Hey, look at that. No, there are sometimes you could be doing something, and then your characters are just flying through the air. The mechanics of this game are very fascinating. Go the other way, thank you. No. Try again. Yeah, we switched, so now, we're playing as Bomb again. Everybody. This might be the only game because of that old mechanic where a character doesn't need to doesn't need to do the spin jump in order to destroy something. go up. What are you doing? And then Mighty vomited. Oh, that worked. Cool. Whoa! That's what I mean about the wacky mechanics of and physics of this game. Where the hell are we going now? Oops. Well, I'll take that. Alright, that helped a bit. My rings are not meant for that place. Our rings are meant for a special stage, because we want those rings. Oh shit. We'll do this the adventure kind of style of video games. Or not. Alright. There we go. He's all like, alright, fine, I'll wait. Ugh. Okay, so here we have Bomb. Don't worry, if he gets hit by stuff in the special stage, he doesn't blow up. He actually just acts like anybody else, where he's just like, ow. Special stage. Only 3 blue spheres to go! And I have no idea. I'm guessing just more points. I have no idea what you get if you are... I have no idea what you get when... if you cross the finish line with more blue spheres than what they asked of you to get. This is not good. There's no rings to pick up either. Ugh. It'd be kind of cool if they gave you some kind of ring bonus, like here, have like 5 rings per extra blue sphere you picked up. Ow! This is gonna be tricky. That was definitely a safe state for there, because starting off with 29 rings. be both incredibly annoying, exhilarating, and a pain in the ass all at the same time. Give you just enough rings to have fun and not entirely panic, like, oh god, oh god, oh god, we're gonna die, ah! So, just sort them out. Now we gotta just cross the finish line and live. Alright, we did it! Cool. So, with 5 Chaos Rings in hand, that will conclude this part. I will see you all in the next part. Until then, you all take care. Bye.